Good morning and welcome again to Travels with Monkey Boy. Today we are on day two of our journey to the Maldives. Remember, this is June of 2021. I last left you off with us just making the plane as our last minute COVID test came through. We left Green Bay at 10 a.m. Sunday and we arrived at our hotel 1 p.m. Tuesday. There's a 10-hour time difference, and we did stop for lunch with Mia in Milwaukee, but basically it took us 36 hours to get there. Long car ride, three planes, and a boat. For reference, Hawaii is about half as far from Green Bay as the Maldives, or basically it's like flying to Hawaii and then hopping on a plane back to Green Bay. Some may ask, in total fairness, what the fuck is the matter with you? You can be to a Caribbean island in a few hours. My response is A, I've never been to the Maldives. B, neither of you. It's a big planet, and a part of life is learning if it's worth the extra travel. I've often found that life's miracles don't have easy highway access. The more arduous the journey, the more amazing the place. But also, no one ever remembers the pain of the journey. They just remember the glory of the adventure. So it's fine spending a day and a half on planes and waiting in transit lounges. We had an 8-hour wait in Abu Dhabi and another 4-hour wait in the capital of Maldives, which is spelled Male, but pronounced like Mali. The capital led to great confusion as we had our forwarding tickets to Ghan, the next island, and Danielle said, "Oh, they screwed up our tickets. They have you and I confused, Dan." And I said, "How do you know that?" And she said, "They list both me and you as male." Lizzie rolled her eyes and said, "Mom, they're not calling you a male. They are telling you the city we are flying from." In fairness, at about the 32-hour mark of sitting in the same stinking clothes and trying to sleep in airplane seats, the brain begins to shut down. When we arrived in Gan and were waiting for the 30-minute speedboat ride over to the island of Addu Atoll, where our hotel is, the wind kicked up and the sky opened up and enormous rain gushed forth, as if God was peeing on our heads for being so stupid when he had islands set up for us a few hours from our home. Anyway, we arrived at the hotel with our new friends, the Gingers. That is not their name. We didn't know their names because it had never occurred to us to ask, but it was a father and his two daughters, and they were all redheads. Curiously, they had traveled with us all the way from Chicago. Even more curious is that we seemed to be the only guests on the island. Seemed to be, but we did eventually see three other couples. The COVID thing is so tragic. This enormous resort, set to handle maybe 1,000 guests, has 12. The glorious thing is we had this amazing resort basically to ourselves. The hotel staff wanted to give us a tour of the resort and asked about setting up plans, and we just wanted to get to our room. It was hot, mid 80s, and muggy after the rain. We got to the room at 2 and we had an all you can drink for free happy hour from 4 to 6 at the bar, which was our next agenda. We thought we would lay down for a quick 15-minute nap, and 3 hours later, Danielle is begging us to get out of bed. We did, barely, and stumbled down to the bar in time to get one drink and then had a delicious buffet dinner. I went for a swim in the hotel pool and we were back in the room by 8 p.m. and we were all asleep by 8:05. The only interesting thing of the day was the giant fruit bats flying over our heads, as you could see behind me as we walked. They are bigger than crows, so a little bit terrifying, but also super cool that there is a bat with a 4-foot wingspan that none of those lame Caribbean islands have. Note, picture attached. So I was tired to try to get a shot, but this is our bat. Okay, now let me share with you quickly the map. No real pictures again today because it was mostly just sleeping. Here's the neighborhood again. Kuwait, where we were moving in a few months. And down here are the Seychelles, which hopefully you've heard those stories. Madagascar, Nosy Be. Hopefully you heard those stories. Mauritius down here, which I haven't been to yet, but before I die, Sri Lanka, which we would be going to soon. And here are the Maldives. We flew into Mali and then took the flight down to Gan. And then we took a boat all the way down to the Addu Atoll. And this is where our over the water hotel rooms were. Okay, that's all I have for today. Another one coming soon. Thank you and goodbye.